So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 86 of our Portsmouth career mode, and we are going to be kicking off this episode with a game up against Swansea, but our team is a little bit tired as we've just had that game against Real Madrid as we progress into the next round of the Champions League. So in this episode you will be finding out who we will be facing in the semi-final of the Champions League. Hopefully it's going to be the easier of the three sides, but when there's only 4 sides left in the tournament, it's not going to be an easy game, whoever we get. So also having a look at the email that we've just been given by the board, we've been granted €5 million extra for reaching the next round of the Champions League, which is great news for us. And also having a look at the player conversations, Ricardo Alves is saying that he's starting to have some doubts about leaving the club as he previously rejected a contract from us. But we are going to jump into the first game of the episode now, which is going to be at Fratton Park up against Swansea. But good news is we have got our first team line out available, apart from at the centre striker midfielder. We haven't in fact got Hachi Mastor as he is currently injured. So do we play? That's it. We've got to play Prestes at... No, what we're going to do, we're going to change them round and we're going to play Banton at CDM. I'm going to put Loftus-Cheek up the field a little bit and see how we get on in the game. We should pick up all 3 points if we want to try and get the Champions League, not the Champions League, the league, title under our belt. What about that for a goal? Just 2 minutes into the game, Yannick Bocker, Drogba's regen, steps up to the plate and scores an absolute memorable goal. So right from the very start, Bergwijn plays the ball inside to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Koeman back to Bocker. And what about that for a finish? First time, side foots the ball into the back of the net. And that is a magical moment for a magical player. A lovely chance for Swansea here. Sado Berahino's cut through the back line. He's 1-on-1 with Shiplock. And even though that was a good shot, it went straight down the middle. So Shiplock, could we start questioning whether he should have saved that? Lovely build-up play from Swansea as Berahino using his sheer pace. He strikes it. And maybe you can't blame Shiplock for that one, but it does go pretty much straight at him. So I was hoping he might have been able to pull off the save, but I suppose that's very harsh if I start saying that he maybe should have saved that. But they drag us back to goalless, or back on level terms, but we've got the ball through to Kingsley Coman. Coman taking on his man on his left boot, goes for goal, and Kingsley Coman's shot, it goes harmlessly wide over the bar. Alves trying to cut him from the left-hand side, plays the ball to Banton. Banton's on the ball, but it's got no one to play the ball to. This time he squeezes it through to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek out wide to Gomez. Gomez has got nowhere to go, squeezing it through to Kingsley. Kingsley Coman squeezing it through to Bocker, and that's a very poor ball, and with just 5 minutes remaining, it looks like the game is going to finish on level terms. And to be honest, Swansea have just played Barcelona style football throughout the whole game, but they haven't actually played like the Barca style, because every time Swansea get a good chance they pretty much fluff it, whereas Barcelona don't. But the problem is Barcelona, I'm calling them Swansea, Barcelona now. All they're doing is just pissing around with the ball at the back. They play the ball forward and then they somehow manage to regain possession of the ball, and it gets extremely frustrating, especially on Legendary. They just don't lose the ball. Whatever they do, they don't lose it. As soon as we get it, we lose it back, and then Swansea piss around with it for a little bit more and just lose time. But we've got one last chance here. Is Yannick Bocker's on the ball. Yannick Bocker squeezing it through to Kingsley Coman. What a finish this could be. Kingsley Coman's cut back inside. I've got nowhere to go, and I think I might have messed it up. If we squeeze it through to Bocker, Bocker on his left boot, Bocker strikes it. It comes back to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek tries to turn, and he can't turn in time. The big frame of his is just not agile enough, and Swansea pick up a valuable point for themselves as they're fighting near the bottom of the table. And that, to be honest, is a very poor performance by us. I thought we should have at least picked up all 3 points in that game. It's not a good result for us, and that might have well just secured our fate. Well, maybe not, because Chelsea have actually lost against Newcastle. So we've gained 1 point on Chelsea, but we're 2 points behind them now. So a little bit frustrating, but we're going to go into the player training, see how we get on. Frickson Martinez is getting closer now to a 77 rated, and he has actually gone up now, which is great news for us, as Frickson Martinez is getting closer to the 80 rating. So it's now time for some international friendlies with our home nation, Netherlands. So be able to see how we get on. We have lost our previous 2 games and then beat Wales. So we'll see how we get on in this one against Poland. We do in fact win the game 3-0. Strootman, Martin, Indy and Emnes picking up the goals for us. So now moving into the second international friendly, which is going to be at home up against New Zealand. So in theory, this should be an easier game as the previous one against Poland. Let's see how we get on. We do in fact end up winning the game once again 3-0. Emnes picking up 2, Robin picking up 1, but a little bit unfortunate as Promes does pick up an injury as well right in the very last minute of the game. Hoping it's not going to be that big of an injury. Good news for us on our side is Hachin Mastor's rejoined the first team's training sessions, but Promes is out for 3 weeks with a sprained ankle, so that's not too bad, and Bruno Martins' Indies suspension is now over. So we're going to have a little bit more player training now to see how our players do get on. I think we're going to keep exactly the same players on, as we don't want to be putting Hachin Mastor back in just at this moment in time in case he does pick up another injury. But Kingsley Coman, to be honest, hasn't been progressing that well. Bakali's so close on 83 as well now, so I think we're going to keep him on, and hopefully he might be hitting the 85 rating soon, which would be fantastic if he does. So as we've just moved into a new month, we will be showing you a squad report, and as always we show a new squad report at the start of every in-game month, and we'll also show the league table to see how we are getting on, and basically so you guys can keep progress on see how all of our players are progressing very nicely throughout the seasons and the months that pass through in the game. But having a look at our squad there, our squad looks so strong, so many players in the greens, which is fantastic news for us. And having a look at the league table, we're currently sitting in second place, just 2 points behind Chelsea. I don't think we're going to finish out the Champions League places, but finishing top of the table is going to be a big ask. That's why we've got to try and get our act together in the league. But we're playing our second team lineup in this one, even though both team lineups are fully fit, because look at this, guys. We've been chosen to play Barcelona in the quarter-final of the Champions League. So playing Barcelona, this is going to be 2 massive games for us, and I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to come through this one, but we'll give it our very best and see how we get on. But before we do that, we've got to play our game away from home against West Ham at the Boleyn Ground. We are playing our second team lineup, as I just said, because we need our first team available for the big game coming up next. Good chance for West Ham as they cut inside through Enner Valencia. He's one of our goalkeeper. He strikes it, and Shiplock pulling off a really good save. But Mark Noble picks up the missing pieces. He strikes it from range, but his shot also goes wide of the post. Lovely build-up players. We squeeze it through to Leon Bailey. Bailey to cut back inside, squeezing it through to Dahoud. Actually, Ryan Gould. Ryan Gould goes for the shot, and then he gets the rebound and fires his rebound straight at the West Ham defender. But we still got the ball down the left-hand side as Bailey's cutting inside on his favourite left boot. He's going to try and take on everyone. He goes for goal, but before he does, Quaresma, of all people, the former Porto man, cuts out the danger. We lose the ball in our own penalty area. West Ham got a lovely chance. They play the ball to Mark Noble. I don't know why he didn't take the shot first time. He robbed the ball of Ongwen. He was one of our goalkeeper and decided to pass it. A little bit stupid in my eyes. We take the short corner to Frickson Martinez. And boy, does he hit that one. Sheer power beats Adrian in the West Ham net. And I think that's one of the best goals we've scored from the short free kick routine. Ben Pedrosa sees Frickson Martinez on the edge of the box. We go for the strike. And what about that? Into the back of the net. Absolutely no chance for the West Ham goalkeeper. And Frickson Martinez is really starting to impress me. Lovely chance of West Ham. They play a ball through to Enner Valencia. He's got the wrong side of Ongwen. He's cut back inside, squeezed it through, and Shiplock with a wonderful save there. But the ball's still in play. Can we get it clear? Just about. And with just 10 minutes remaining, we are somehow still alive in this game. But Bailey's using his sheer pace. He's cut through the back line. He's through one-on-one with Adrian. They are going to catch up with him, but Bailey goes for goal. But it doesn't matter because Adrian makes a save. But it comes to Frickson Martinez. Martinez trying to cut back inside, and he's just a little bit too weak in that situation. But West Ham now are throwing so many bodies forward to try and get themselves back in the game. But another good ball through to Leon Bailey. Bailey back inside on his left boot, and Bailey's hit the post. We come so very close there to making it 2. So the final whistle goes and we end up winning the game at just 1-0, but it comes from an absolute wonderful strike from Frickson Martinez from the corner. A lovely shot right into top hand corner, leaving Adrian no chance whatsoever. So now we're moving into the next game, which is a massive one, up against Barcelona. So Kingsley Coman has come to us saying he wants a new contract and he wants a massive increase. He's currently on 15,000 and he wants an increase of 65,000. So we are going to give it to him because he's a first team striker, but that's a lot of money we're going to have to splash out on just Kingsley Coman, but I'm prepared to do it because he has helped me win a lot of money, and if it wasn't for him, the money that we've got now we probably wouldn't have. But now it's time for the massive game up against Barcelona at Fratton Park. So Real Madrid comes to Fratton Park and lost 2-0. What are Real Madrid's rivals Barcelona going to do when they come to Fratton Park? Let's see if they can put in a better performance than the Real Madrid guys. A lovely chance for us early on. We play the ball through to Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman sees Zakaria Bakali through the middle. He tries to squeeze it through to him, but Jordi Alba sniffs out the danger with a lovely interception. But already just 6 minutes into the game, we're starting to threaten. A really good chance for Messi. Messi's beating everyone for pace. He's cutting back inside. Messi's really dangerous on his left boot. He's through one-on-one, and Shiplop makes a really good save, and Alves pretty much stopping Neymar from having a clear finish into the back of the net, and that's what proves really dangerous on the break. Barcelona's pace with Suarez, Neymar and Messi up top. It's really difficult to contain. Another really good chance for Barcelona. They play the ball through. They strike it. Shiplop with a wonderful save. And if we get anything from this game, Shiplop is the first person we're going to have to thank, because he has made 2 or 3 fantastic saves as we're going on the break here with Yannick Bocca. Bocca's not going to be able to take on Alves for pace, but he can cut back inside, and he has got the skill moves to take him on. Tries to find the gap between Iniesta and Busquets, but the gap, to be honest, just wasn't there, was it? However, we might have a really good chance as Barcelona pushing bodies forward. We've got a chance to go on the counter-attack. We got the ball through Yannick Bocca. Bocca cuts back inside, cuts past 1, cuts past 2. He goes for the back of the net, and Ter Stegen at full stretch with a really good save. What a goal that could have been, and what a way to finish this episode. Have we squeezed it through to Alves? Alves has got room to run into. Our right back strikes it, and Ter Stegen tips it over the bar. So we're finishing the game on the front foot here. So guys, with just 3 minutes remaining, Messi has given away a foul right on the very edge of the box. Kingsley Coman, can he get it up and under? He gets it up and he gets it under. Well, he gets it round the wall and it goes inches wide of the post. So the final whistle goes and we end up drawing the game 0-0 at Fratton Park against Barcelona. So to be honest, that is a really good result, because all we need is 1 goal now at the Camp Nou, and Barcelona would have to score 2. So Barcelona have to beat us, and a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw is not enough for Barcelona now. So if we score 1 away from home, they have to score 2. This could be a magical journey in the Champions League for us. But that is in fact going to be it for this episode of Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be very much appreciated. And don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos and career modes. Thank you. Bye bye.